On this episode, I continue my riff on trial closes and future pacing, giving you excellent examples. I refine my card deck idea as well, and I start off with a little riff on my Winfomercial. You know when someone is selling from stage, and at the end, the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Mischa Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy. Interview number, not interview number 3. Let me start over. Episode number 3, recorded on Zoom in a row. Most of my episodes of late had been recorded on the Motive app while I was walking, so I'm making an effort to record on Zoom. So perhaps I can start getting these episodes up on the YouTube channel, and people can look and smile and see my Robert Plant locks. I just showered, and so it's a little they're a little flat right now. Go to YouTube and you can watch my look at my see my flat locks, my narcissistic commentary about my Robert Plant hair. Anyway, I'm this is all I just am I'm in repurpose content mode. I'm really like, yeah, there's got to be I've got all this content. It's time to start finding the who to help me distribute it out there. And so start doing episodes on YouTube. Wow. That's not the point of this episode. The point of this episode is I wanted to tell you about an idea that I've got. And that probably won't be done by the time this episode comes out. However, here's the idea. So along with everything that I do, all this now repurposing content that hopefully I'm in full effect with, by the time you see this, is helping people create their webinars, long form sales videos, what I call my Winfomercial. I'm going to interview people a certain way. So it'll be a super compelling interview that sells their goods and services. It's going to be awesome, super informational, and super fun. The Winfomercial. Kind of like on the radio. My friend who I just referenced on the previous episode, Glenn LaBar. Hopefully, Glenn, you'll let me interview you. But that's what they're doing, man. They're it doesn't matter. Say my idea. So when people are selling from stage and selling from camera, or selling on webinars, or selling in interviews, a lot of times what they're doing is they are using trial closes. I was just looking up on if you're watching this, I was looking up on my board. I've got trial closes written down. And then I also have future pacing written down. So trial closes are where you start getting people to nod their head. Oh yeah, yes, say yes or no, or you're getting agreement, or so that's really cool, right? Like as you're listening to this episode, and saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool to, or imagine if, of course, now none of the trial closes are coming to my head, but there's lists of trial closes, but you basically are getting people used to saying yes, and it helps build excitement, and they're shaking their head, nodding their head yes or no. You can also use no's. And then future pacing is you're painting the picture of how things are going to be in the future. So my friend John Flannery, who hopefully I'm going to be able to interview, is really good at the referral process. So he does sales trainings for teams, for 50, 60 person sales teams. So it could be divisions or small companies or divisions of medium-sized companies. But anyhow, imagine if you had his scripts, right? His referrals. That'd be really cool, right? Like, could you see yourself using those scripts? Yeah, me too. And making more money, right? Like, imagine having the script in your hand that if you used it, you knew you would make you would increase your business by 25% for the year. How cool is that? It's cool, right? Something you'd want to have in your hands, right? And then imagine, like, how would your relationships in your family be if you had an extra 25% income? So if you're making 200,000 a year, all of a sudden you've got an extra, what is that, 75,000 or 50,000 to play with? Like, is that more vacations with your family? Is that more date nights? Get a couple cool things, shiny objects. Maybe your Flakes jewelry, you get her a cool ring. She thinks you're awesome. I don't know. Get your kid a nicer car, your teenager. Waylon and Cooper, both my sons, who at the time of this recording are 18 and 20. I gave them a raggedy old truck. But perhaps if I'd had used the referral scripts, I could have got them shiny new trucks. And they'd have loved me even more. That's future pacing. Cool, right? Could you see yourself using that? Yeah. That's trial close. So, make cards. I'm going to make a card deck, a trial close card deck, and then a future pacing card deck. And then also all the other sales skills that go around from that go along with selling this from stage, creating your table rush, like create the card decks to support that so you can practice all the time. So that as I'm doing my episode, I've got my card deck and I'm like, oh yeah, try this trial close, try this trial close. That's cool, right? Can you see what I'm saying? Like, how fun is that? That actually sounds like fun, right? Like, truly, if you had that card deck and you could practice it, or, just in your daily life on the phone, you could practice the trial closes on your wife, your kids, your husband, your coworkers, the police if you're speeding. Anyway, that's my idea. And then turn that into a lead magnet and offer it up, sell them, and see if I can drive some leads, create some excitement, and then help people sell and lead them to my courses, which are yet to be created, but percolating in my mind. Right, God? Right, universe? Oh my gosh. I so want things to happen faster sometimes. And sometimes they just don't. Sometimes it takes a while to percolate. Some people got to go faster. Some people got to go slower. Anyway, save that for the next episode. Love to all. Look for my card decks. Look for my card decks. Perhaps by the time this episode comes out, there'll be a link where you can go get my card deck. Click on the link below. All right, I'm done. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.